time for Big Game Breakdown, always powered and sponsored by Bet Online. Exceptional customer service, strong promotions, and every type of wager that you're looking for out there. Check out the bonus page at sportsbookreview.com for the latest and best offers to open a new account today. Saturday, 3:30 Eastern. Michigan and Florida from Jerry's World. Michigan is 5-43 the total. Shame on the SEC. All right, get the bell out from Game of Thrones. This is the first time since 1991 that Florida has left the state to play a non-conference game. This is the first time since '87 that Florida has opened the season away from Gainesville. Not the way McElwain wanted to start the season. 10 players suspended, including 2 starters. Terrible. They lose Callaway and Scarlett here with all the off-the-field issues, Teddy.
Well, yeah, I mean, Scarlett was their leading rusher, and Callaway, their leading returning receiver. So we are talking about the potential for an impact from these suspensions. But one thing bettors need to be aware of is that teams like Florida, yeah, the frontline guys get suspended. Guess what? The backups are pretty good, and the backups to the backups are pretty good. You're not seeing bottom-tier talent on a roster like Florida's. Look at the quote from Jim McElwain. Quote, "It's an opportunity for more guys to play and play their tails off." But the bigger issue, or at least as big an issue as the suspensions for Florida, this team has no senior starters on the offensive line. So you have pieces missing, the leading rusher gone, the leading receiver gone for suspension. You have a relatively inexperienced offensive line. And oh, by the way, when it comes to the quarterback battle for Florida, look, there's no question who the most talented guy was. Felipe Franks. He won the QB battle. He's a 6'6", 227-pound redshirt frosh. But the fact that he beat out the former starter at Florida, Luke Del Rio, and the former Notre Dame starter, Malik Zaire, means we've got a guy who doesn't have the requisite level of collegiate experience playing behind an inexperienced offensive line, going up, without his top skill position weapons. It's not necessarily an optimal spot for the Gators and Felipe Franks in that regard.
Well, he catches a break because Michigan might have the most inexperienced defense of any Power 5 team. They didn't even release their roster until Wednesday night, and no depth chart. One service projects that as many as 6 freshmen could start on defense. They only return 1 starter, and they lose 5 of their top 6 tacklers from last year as they put all those guys in the NFL. I guess it's got to be Spade at quarterback, but Harbaugh isn't saying. Started 12 of 13 games last year. The battle with O'Korn and Peters as well. Harbaugh quote on the QBs, they've all been great. The best thing about all 3 is they're completing passes, consistently accurate, and they haven't been turning the ball over. It's been really good that way. They're making plays, making big plays, and very, very, very minimal with mistakes, mental mistakes. You can't find a mistake, end quote. I'm surprised at this line, even with the suspensions, because Michigan lost so much, and I think they're going to be down.
Well, that's the whole thing that's really a shocker on this, is that the money is knee-jerked against Florida. Suspensions, boom, automatically the money starts to come against. But when you're talking about returning experience, I mean, Michigan has none. On the defensive side of the football, on the offensive side of the football, this team suffered enormous graduation losses. And again, just like Florida, it's not a situation where the cupboard is bare. Jim Harbaugh has recruited well. It wasn't like the cupboard was bare when he got there. Michigan has talent, but and this level of a ball game, this is a big-time game in a big-time atmosphere. Experience matters. Team that make mistakes will get screwed. Harbaugh's talking about his quarterbacks aren't making mistakes. I just worry about that defense making a bunch of mistakes. Fascinating game to consider, Pauly, but a very difficult game to wager on. Not one that I've got the ticket in my pocket.
Hey, guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.